YouTube, how the devil are you doing? It's Cool King checking in again. I hope that you are fine and dandy. So today we're going to look at this. Well, not this, but sort of this. This is the DIY Watch Club toolbox, tool case, whatever you want to call it, that I've had for a few years now, since I made my last watch, which is this, of course, the DIY Watch Club Mosel. It's a skeleton face watch, and I was over the moon when I made this, and I still am. It is an absolutely beautiful watch. Just look at the back of that movement. So I've had this for a few years, as I say now, and I do wear it often, and I like it. It always gets some compliments as well, which I think is fantastic. And then when I tell people that I've made the watch, it just has that little bit of a smugness about it. Yeah, I made that. Yeah. So recently, DIY Watch Club reached out to me again and asked me if I wanted to do another watch, one of their new dive watches, and of course I had so much fun doing that. Genuinely did have fun doing it. I couldn't say no. So without further ado, let's see what's in this box. So I'm not going to do a traditional sort of top-down thing to start with for reasons, but I have not opened this until now. Something does seem to have slipped out there, but box, and then inside the packaging is one box, two box, we'll come back to this later on in the video, and then another box. This one has been flattened a little bit and has a specific screwdriver in it, which, as I say, we'll come back to. So I'll just have a quick open of this and see what's in it, because I'm not sure which kit they have actually sent me, and already the box looks different than this, the first one that I got. So you're lucky, we are going to do a top down. Right, so let's have a look at this box and see what comes inside. Nice magnetic closure on the front there. We can see it says 40mm Diver Series watch there. This is the instructions, if I remember. So if we scan this QR code later on, this will take us to the videos that we need to build this specific watch, which is really good, and it's why the DIY Watch Club is so good, really, because it tells you get everything you need and it shows you how to build this watch. Cheeky little discount card as well. As is the way with instructions, we always say we don't need them, but I'm going to put these in my pocket and save them for later. So this here looks like the little leather build mat that I got with the last one, but slightly different shape and size. We have the case for the watch with the crown and the stem already installed. We have the bezel. You might not be able to see quite clearly there, but these are the fingers or hands. In this box we have the face, have the strap and the spring bars to go with the strap, and then this is the powerhouse, so to speak. This is the NH72 Seiko movement, and I do want to bring your attention to this rotor on the rear. You need to remember that for later. So if you lift this out, we could have used the nice little silk pull tab at the front there, but of course I didn't. We get all the tools. Now the tools look pretty much the same as the tools that I got in the previous kit, but I'll just double check and show you that it is. So this was the old stuff. All your watch parts were in there. There's all kinds of bits of tools here. It looks pretty much exactly the same, just set out differently, of course. That is your phone holder. We have a loop, nice little dust blower, which is important. The watch back removal putter on a tool. The various bits of tools that you need to set the fingers, remove them if you need to. There's all kinds of things. The quality of these tools are extremely good. And then we have a bag of random things. The finger cup, we've got some putty to help you remove dust, or to help you place the fingers. And I think that should be it. That is it. So I'm going to scan the QR code, have a look at the instructions. I'll try and get some footage, like screen recording of that actually happening, and I'll also show you some of the build, and then we'll come back and discuss the watch at the end of it. I did do a little time lapse the last time, but the watch took me, I think it was about an hour and a half to 2 hours to build it. It's a very long time lapse, and the biggest feedback I got was that people found it boring just watching me move and get confused quite a lot. So I won't do that this time, but I will show you some clips.
Having an idea of how a typical mechanical watch...
Right, so I'm pretty much halfway through. You won't have seen any footage, I don't think. And I'm up to a point that I'm going to try and show you a little bit of stuff going into the watch. I did say at the beginning, remember this little box, we'll come back to that at some point in the video. So this may be hard for you to see, but it is a Rotor. Now the watch that I have chosen has got an exhibition case, so it's clear on the back, so that will be seen. And I just got talking to the people at DIY Watch Club after I told them that I wanted this watch, and I was asking general questions about customising the face, etc. Not for this watch, but for a future, maybe possible thing coming. And they said, we can do you a custom rotor for the back of your watch if you wish. So they made this. It delayed them shipping it out a day or so, which I'm not bothered about at all because this looks fantastic, and it's going to be a custom EDC Cooperative DIY Watch Club skeleton diver's watch. So why wouldn't I want it? Looking forward to seeing this on the back of the watch. Well, I'm back, and it's approximately an hour and a half later. I did stop and obviously watch some videos as I was doing things. Some things took a little bit longer than I remember last time, and on the whole it was really quick, really easy. The videos are so easy to follow, and to make sure that I'd not done anything incorrect, it was just a dream, really. But you're wondering what the watch actually looks like, so I'll show you. You can't see the custom rotor installed, unfortunately, because of this strap. A little bit about the watch. The watch is a Rolex inspired Seiko type watch. I can't remember the model of the Seiko that it's based upon, but if you're into watch modding, which you can mod this, there's a couple of Seiko parts that you can use, so you can put a different bezel on, for example, which is what I'm going to do. All the information for that is on the DIY Watch Club website as well, which is really handy and really helpful. I have spent a little bit of time after I've built it trying to work out how you replace the bezel, and the video's there to tell you. It tells you what parts you need to buy. They don't always sell the part that you might be wanting to modify it with, so you have to buy it elsewhere off the internet, but they tell you how to do it and they show you how to do it, which I think is fantastic. Which is going to be the next little bit of journey on this watch. I'm blown away with this, in all honesty. I really am. I think once you've made something yourself, you sort of have that little bit of connection to it rather than just going buying something. I could probably go out and buy a very, very similar watch. I've just noticed I've not put the right time on. You could go and buy a very similar watch yourself and sort of be alright with it, and it is what it is. But I've made this. I've invested time into this. I've learned about the movement. I've learned about actually building a watch. And I think that is probably a little bit more wholesome than just going out and purchasing a generic watch. Really happy with it. The quality of the tools and everything, the same as the first watch that I built, which I will link up here at some point, was fantastic. That custom rotor addition to the back, this is the old one. It came with a specific screwdriver as part of that kit. Just little things like that make this really good. One thing I will mention, put a picture of it in at some point, I'm sure, but this little second finger tool guide installation tool thing that DIY Watch Club have invented, come up with and made was fantastic. It took me a little bit of time to work out how to get it together and get the second finger into the holder on that, which was a bit of a faff, but then I just realised it's just me being an idiot, and I did it a couple of times, practicing, taking it on, practicing, and it was easy. I was just being stupid. One thing I will mention, the first watch kit that I did came with this sort of, I'm going to say generic, maybe cheap tool. It's just aluminium. These are probably available all over the internet. This time round they have included their own. It's the finger installation tool, and you can just see at this end we've got a logo on it, but this is like a clear acrylic type material, so much nicer, and the red and blue rings denote the thickness of the hole for minute finger or our hand, fingers, hands, knees and toes. All in all, I am amazed that I've made another watch. They make a nice little pair, these. So the big question that you are wondering, I know, is how much does this cost? This is the 40mm gun silver skeleton dive watch. At the moment on their website it is £285 for the kit. That is the box that you saw me open earlier with all the tools inside it, everything you need to do, full access to the videos online so you can watch this being made by somebody else showing you what you need to do, a step-by-step guide, really easy to follow. You can pause and go back, which I had to do obviously a few times. I think it actually retails at $310, I think it is, off the top of my head, but they're reduced at the moment, that specific model of watch. There is a discount code which you may have seen at the beginning. I may put it somewhere along here roundabout now if you wanted to use that to purchase one and maybe get that $285 a little bit cheaper. The website is really good, it's really informative. There are lots of watches that they do, clearly from the last time I did this one, different styles that meet your taste, I suppose, and what you want to do. They do the dive watch in a GMT version, which would have been really nice. I think if I was to make one again, I'd probably go for the GMT version, just because I've never made a GMT. It's that next level, if you like, of learning about building watches. I think I've said pretty much everything that I can say about this before I start rambling on. If you have any questions at all about this or the last watch I did, just put them down below. I should get back to you as soon as I possibly can. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider doing so. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you on the next one.